Hi seniors, how are you? This is Miss Filippelli and Miss Newman here to give you the Senior 101 lesson. This lesson is what we do very beginning. First lesson we do is with seniors for you guys because this is the most relevant information that you need to know to get started with your post-secondary planning if you haven't started already. So what we're doing today with you guys is we're going to start by talking about finding college info if you haven't started already or haven't started looking or narrowing down choices. Looking at college visits and how to sign up for those. Requesting your transcripts, how to do that. Talking about how many colleges you should be applying to. Looking at and having you guys start filling out the post-secondary planning worksheet for you guys to start organizing where and who you're going to apply to. Talking about the Common App a little bit for those who might need to use the Common App for applications, and also along with that asking for letters of recommendation, and then talk about any of the forms that you guys might need for turning in for graduation this year. Okay, so Senior 101 lesson. Where we're going to start today is where we've started every single time for the last 3 years with you guys when we've gone into the classrooms. We go to our counseling website, wshscounseling.wordpress.com. Once, just real quickly, ACT, SAT help tabs. If you guys are going to take the SAT or ACT over again this year, this is a good tab to go to. Test prep materials, tutorials, videos, the links to the sites to register and sign up again. We're going to look at this college info tab. Financial aid and FAFSA, we have a tab and help for that. We are also going to give you another lesson later in about a month or two to talk about the financial aid and the FAFSA. The forms tab. Scholarship info. We're also, like I said, we're going to do another video and lesson about scholarships later on when it's more around the time that you guys should be doing that. We'll look at transcripts too. Okay, so getting started. College info, if you just click on this tab, brings you to this admissions video if you guys remember that from last year and junior year. But down here is what I want to show you guys. There are links to some of the college info websites. Two of the main ones that I like to focus on and tell you guys about is Big Future and CapEx. Big Future, if you click on that, it's College Board, makers of the SAT. So they have tons of information. They have inventories. If you guys haven't decided where you want to go yet or what you want to do, they have these surveys that you can take that kind of help narrow down. You can explore by majors or careers to search for colleges. And it also has some financial aid, scholarship information. So this is a really good website, so I wanted to plug this. And finding colleges here, you can just look it up by name. Gives you the admission statistics and some other helpful information about the colleges. Next, college visits. All of our college visits. College visits means that their reps are going to come here to the school and give a short presentation, talk to you guys about their college, and selling their college to you. You have to sign up in order to go. To sign up, Miss Maynard, the College and Career Specialist, downstairs across from the CAN office, is the one that sets all these up. So she has sign-up sheets. She has them outside her office, and then also all of the counselors will have sign-up sheets outside our offices as well. You need to sign up in order to go. This college visit schedule is going to look a little bit like this. We still have to update it with our new colleges coming in for this year. But we'll have all the times and where they're going to be on here. And you just need to make sure that you sign up for it. One thing that I want to say about the college visits and the college reps is that the college reps are the first people that your application goes through. So they might seem like just some random person coming in just to give a speech, but they're actually the handlers of your applications for your region. For this region of West Seattle. So they are the ones that you should go up to, shake their hand, meet, get to know, and leave an impression, because they're the ones sitting with that table looking at your applications and saying, hey, I met this kid, they're really cool, I think that they would be a good fit for this college. So if you guys are kind of on that fence, Ms. Newman's going to talk a little bit about, reach schools and how many colleges you should apply to. That's where, if you're on the fence and you're going for a reach school, go to that college visit and meet that college rep. Okay? Requesting transcripts. On this transcript tab, we have the list, the steps on how to do it here, but I'll tell you, if you go into the attendance office and the registrar's office, right across from the main office, Miss Cromer, the attendance lady, is on the left-hand side. Miss Nolan, the registrar, is on the right-hand side. Along on that desk, there is a sign-up sheet that you put your name, you say how many transcripts you need and when you need them by, and then she will get them ready for you. They will look similar to this. I put a picture of the envelope and what it should look like for you. So when you get this, when you go to pick it up from Miss Nolan, you will see the Seattle Public Schools address in the corner, and the stamp that says it was from its official transcript from the registrar with the date on it, and then the rest of this is going to be blank. We made an example for you so that you could correctly write down where the address that you're sending the college to, you're going to write that in, and then you put your stamp on it, and then you send it out. That's how we're going to do. My suggestion, when you go in and request transcripts, ask for a few more than maybe what you need. Don't ask for 20 though. She won't do 20. But ask for a few more than what you need, just so you have them, and if you decide at the last minute to apply to Wazoo or to Western, you already have the transcript, or you already have the envelope there and the transcript there, and you can just send it out and you don't have to go back and wait a day or two in order to do that. So that's my suggestion with that. Next, Ms. Newman's going to talk about the colleges, how many to apply to, and get into the Common App and the college application planning chart.
Now we're going to talk about how to choose which colleges to apply to. So we recommend generally around 3 to 5 colleges, and the way these break down is we recommend you apply to about 1 to 2 reach schools. So these are colleges and universities that you might not be in line with their admissions averages. Their average GPA might be higher than yours, and their test scores might be higher, but you could write a fantastic essay, or something else about you could really stand out to them, and you could be admitted in that year's freshman class. You never know. So we do always say, if you can, apply to at least 1 reach school. So examples of these would be UCLA, maybe Stanford. UW is becoming a reach school for more and more, and maybe that is for you. We then recommend about 2 to 3 maybe safe bet schools. So these are schools that you can probably get into. You're more or less in line with their admissions averages. You probably should get in, but again, you never know what could happen with admissions. So we want to have a backup plan. I'll talk about that in a minute. But examples of safe bet schools here in Washington would be probably Western Washington, and then also Washington State. Again, this all depends on your individual situation. We also recommend at least 1 safety school, having one in mind. So again, if everything else falls through and you don't get into any of the colleges which you've applied to, we want you to have somewhere to go. And so we always want you to be thinking of at least 1 safety school. So again, examples here in Washington would be maybe Central Washington or a community college, so South Seattle College, for example. So once you have an idea of which schools you're going to be applying to, it's helpful to keep everything organized using our college application chart. So here's an example. I went ahead and filled this out assuming I was applying to UW. So what you'll do is you've got your categories here, or you've got your columns here, I'm sorry. You've got 6 schools listed here, but 5. I started with UW, so I'm applying to the University of Washington, Seattle. I've indicated their application deadline, which is November 15th. A lot of the scholarships they offer, you're automatically considered for those scholarships when you apply. Again, each school is going to be different, but for UW, their scholarship deadline is November 15th as well. I've listed some of the scholarships that they offer, so the Diversity Scholarship in Purple and Gold. And then I made a note to myself here that UW does not require high school transcripts or letters of recommendation with their application. So I've made some notes here as to what supplemental documentation is required. And then in this column is where you can check whether or not you've applied. So that's a handy chart to use. We recommend you guys use this when you're trying to organize where you'll be applying. And you can find this on our website, by the way, if you go under the college info tab and click on college applications. The college app planning chart here is right here. So a couple other things we want to show you. The Common App. Not everyone will necessarily need to use the Common App, but some of you will be. Generally speaking, the Common App is a common application used by hundreds of schools and universities in the United States. Typically, these are going to be smaller private schools, but some larger state schools use the Common App as well. So we have a link to it on our website. You can also just go to commonapp.org. You will access the Common App through this website. You'll create an account, and then you will begin applying to your colleges, again, using one application. So it really streamlines the process for you guys. Just keep in mind that each school will have different admissions requirements. Some will require letters of recommendation, some won't. So each school will have their own supplements that they'll want you to add, but generally speaking, you can fill out one application with all your demographic information and use that to apply to a handful of colleges. So that's how you're going to access the Common App. And then I also wanted to point out, if you need letters of recommendation, which again, not everyone necessarily will, but there's a lot to know in regards to letters of recommendation, how you secure them, what they need to say. Under this college info tab on our website, if you click on letters of recommendation, this will bring you to a lot of information as far as tips for asking. I know last year, junior year, we encouraged you guys to begin thinking about folks that can write letters for you. So whether that's a teacher, a coach, maybe a boss at work, colleges will be very specific in terms of what they are requesting from you, who needs to write your letters. But have an idea of who you want to ask, and then we've got a lot of information on our website here as far as how to secure them, how to say thank you to the people that are writing for you. Keep in mind that as West Seattle High School staff, I mean, we write so many of these letters. As counselors, we probably write anywhere from 30 to 50 a year. Teachers are along the same lines, so make sure that you give your recommenders plenty of heads up when they're writing a letter of rec for you. It's also helpful to give them a copy of this senior recommendation packet. This you can also give to, again, coaches, bosses, whoever's going to be writing your letter of recommendation for you. But this senior rec packet just includes lots of questions that will help us to write a better letter for you. So we encourage you to fill this out with as much detail as possible, and then give this to your recommender, because it will really help us in writing a more detailed, more thorough letter for you. So know how to access the senior recommendation packet, and please give that to anyone who will be writing a letter of recommendation for you. I also wanted to show you guys up here some other important tabs you'll want to locate as a senior. Under this Forms tab, here is where you'll find copies of the PE waiver form. So any of you who are planning on waiving your PE credits through athletic participation, you're going to find that here. So PE waivers are available electronically, and then service learning hours. Do not wait until May of your senior year to secure these hours, to get your forms filled out. Go ahead and do that now so you don't have to worry about it. The forms are all here. You can turn these into your counselors as soon as they're ready. There are even some seniors who have already done their 60 hours and have turned those into us, which is great. So service learning hours is here, and then again your senior rec packet that I just showed you guys with regards to letters of recommendation, you can find a copy of that too. So we really encourage you guys just to spend time going through some of these tabs and educating yourself, especially for seniors. College info, you're going to find a lot here. And then college planning timelines, grade 12, you might want to access that too. Of course, our doors are always open. Don't hesitate to come and find us if you have any questions about the college admissions and application process.